Hello friends, we are back with a new topic, that is biofortification of staple food. So what is a staple food? It is a food that has been consumed by most of the people like rice and wheat. So on 15th of August, our Honorable Prime Minister has emphasized on the fact of the portion to the country's women and children from the podium of Red Fort. So, PM has announced that by 2024, rice provided to the poor under any government scheme like PDS, Midday Meal, Anganwadi will be fortified. So, we will talk about what is fortification later on. So, the scientist at the Indian Council of Agriculture Research has been developing fortified crops in India to eradicate the malnutrition, because in our country malnutrition is a very predominant problem that we all are facing, due to which many children under age of 5 are dying. Let's move on to the next slide. Here we can see that it is a website of World Health Organization. They have also mentioned about biofortification of staple crops, and if you want to visit this website, there is a link in the description. You can go and learn more about it. Now let's understand what is biofortification of staple crops. The fortification is a practice deliberately increasing the content of an essential micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, amino acids, etc. So by consuming less staple crops, the people or the children or women are going to get more benefit out of it. Let's move on to the next slide. Here you can see the childrens with malnutrition. Actually, malnutrition can lead to two different situations. The first is in which the children's body continuously deteriorates, whereas in the second case, it expands. So let's move on to the next slide. So as per the ICAR, Indian Council for Agricultural Research website, they have developed around 21 varieties of biofortified staple, including the wheat, rice, maize, millets, mustard, groundnut by 2019 and 20. Means it has already been developed. So these fortified crops have 1.5 to 3 times higher level of protein, vitamins, minerals, amino acid compared to the traditional varieties. And the most important thing is that these does not include the genetically modified crops. Instead, they have used a conventional crop breeding method in which it is a very organic way. So there will be no side effects also. So there is a team which has been headed by Monica Garg at National Agri-Food Biotechnology Institute in Mohali. Her team has developed biofortified colored wheat like black, blue and purple. These different color have a different kind of nutritional quantity in it. So let's move on to the next slide. We cannot completely depend on the biofortification because there are certain other methods that are very strong. Like the first is the correlation between the mother education and the well-being of her children. Like if there is an educated mother in a family, then she is going to ensure that her children are getting proper amount of diets. So this problem of malnutrition is not going to generate again. So there is a survey which has been done by Sample Registration System Survey in 2018. And they have told that only 12.5% of women in the age group 15 to 49 were found to have completed their school education, which means 10 plus 2. So on the positive side, we could see that according to the Global Nutrition Report 2014, which has estimated that every dollar that are invested into the nutritional programs offer benefits worth $16. If I explain you through a banking example, like if you are giving 500 rupees to a bank on an interest rate basis, then they are going to provide you 8,000 rupees in a certain period. So it is around 16-fold increase in your money. The same way, the same benefit we get in the nutritional programs also. So let's move on to the next slide. And one way is about the biofortified food that we have already discussed earlier. And let's move on to the third point. Here is the third point, which is about the national awareness drive on the lines of salt iodization program. So salt iodization is also important because earlier, right now the situation is quite good, but earlier there was a non-iodized salt that the children and the women are consuming, due to which the problem like goiter are arising. And currently in this scenario also, we could find many children who are facing the same problem. So the salt iodization program, which was launched in 1962, should get a revival, and that is going to help our country to cope up with this malnutrition problem. So this is all about today's topic, and I hope that you have gained knowledge about it. Thank you. Thank you, my friends, for listening.